Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and also welcome to Tel Aviv, where the beaches are absolutely stunning, the people are beautiful, and the shawarma is delicious. Please stay tuned if you are interested in seeing more of the beautiful country of Israel. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. No big deal, just in Tel Aviv. We're in downtown Tel Aviv right now. We're gonna walk around, look at this beautiful sunset view. I am shooketh to my core. Gonna do some walking. I'm with Fernando and he's taking some pictures now, and then we're gonna go walk down this beach and just see what happens. We have no plan. Let's go. We are in Tel Aviv. Look at this beautiful sunset.
It's amazing.
Wow. All right, gonna walk down the streets of Tel Aviv. We just got here 2 hours ago, but feeling pretty good. 10-hour flight actually helps.
Yeah, slept. Good to go.
All right, everybody. So our first night here in Tel Aviv was very simple. We went to the Camel Market and then got ourselves some shawarma to try. Then, of course, some delicious ice cream sandwich cookie dessert. And then we went to a really cute bar that we did happy hour. Unfortunately, we thought the prices were a bit expensive, but we made it work. The next morning, we had coffee at our hotel, and then we walked down the beach, saw people playing volleyball, and just very active city is what we thought of Tel Aviv. We saw so many people running on the beach and thought it was absolutely beautiful. Then we stopped by this national park to see some amazing views of different beaches that I honestly didn't even know existed in Israel, and it was so beautiful. After that, we drove to the city of Nazareth, which is where Jesus actually grew up, and we saw a lot of historical sites there. We were able to learn a lot while visiting, and then of course we went into the town and stopped at some beautiful churches and actually followed some tours around to see if we could get some information and just basically learn some of the history here. And it was just extremely fascinating and overall beautiful to see. All right, so one of our stops today was to Nazareth. We're here now kind of trying to check out some of the cool landmarks. Unfortunately, some things are closed, some things are open. Definitely a lot of tours around here, but me and Fern are just doing our own thing. We're definitely gonna do a tour later on in the trip, but for now, we're just exploring on our own and following other tours. After exploring the city of Nazareth and basically going to all of the different landmarks that the city has to offer, we got back in the car and drove all the way over to the Sea of Galilee, where we saw a beautiful sunset and just overall spectacular views of the sea and got some really cute photos. And then we just kind of headed back to our hotel and called it a night. We picked a hotel that was in Jerusalem. That way we could wake up bright and early the next day and hit the town because we knew how much there is to do there. If you are interested in history and religion, this is definitely a city that you need to visit as soon as possible. Fernando and I learned so many things that we didn't even think we were interested in, and then realized that we thought it was extremely fascinating. I'm not going to bore you with everything that we learned, but definitely it felt really great to be in such a historical place in the world. I mean, just being in the holy city was pretty magical in itself, and being able to learn things that we didn't know about other religions and just historical events was really cool in general. I will definitely leave the name of the location in the place that we were at as the video continues, so you can see exactly where we were and what it looks like. Also, Fernando and I kept stopping to get falafel pitas throughout this day because they were just so addicting. We had 2 in the old city of Jerusalem, and then later that night, I think we ended up having another one as well. So make sure you try falafel if you are here. It is delicious and you will not be disappointed. So the next morning, we decided to do our own day tour of Israel. We decided to do the south part of Israel and started with our first stop at Masada. This is an ancient fortress in southern Israel, and it overlooks the Dead Sea. King Herod created a palace complex here. Unfortunately, it faced a destruction by the Roman Empire, but the remainings have been preserved and untouched for centuries. It was quite beautiful being at such a historical area. Fernando and I took amazing pictures and definitely recommend coming here on your own. If you're really interested in knowing the history, then I do recommend coming on with a tour. But being able to stop, take photos, ask questions to people that we met on our own time was really beneficial in my opinion. And we saved a lot of money by just paying the entrance fee and not actually paying a tour guide or a tour bus company to come here. Our second stop, which was only probably about 25 minutes south of the Masada, was the En Gedi Nature Reserve. This is a premier hiking spot with varied landscapes, botanical gardens, and beautiful waterfalls. The hikes range from easy to hard here, but the overall nature reserve actually closes around 4 p.m., so make sure you come here earlier. I'd actually recommend coming here before you go to Masada if you're going to be doing this on your own. Of course, you can get a guide here as well, but I recommend doing it by yourself. Our last stop for the day was the Dead Sea, which is a landlocked salt lake between Israel and Jordan. It has the lowest elevation and is the lowest body of water on the Earth's surface. If you go to the Dead Sea, you will literally just float if you get inside. The oils and salt from the lake feel a little bit weird on your body, in my opinion, but it's definitely worth the experience. So we spent the next day in Jerusalem at a famous market, which I definitely recommend going if you are interested in trying famous Israeli cuisine and all different types of desserts they have there. After that, we actually were going to cross the border into Jordan, but we had to rent a taxi to take us there, and unfortunately the border was closed, so it ended up costing, instead of $75, close to about $175. And then to cross out of Israel, you actually have to pay $50 exit fee, and then it turns out you also have to pay an entry fee as well. So if I could redo this, I would probably just fly using my flight benefits into Jordan and then possibly crossing the border coming from Jordan back into Israel. So that's just a tip there. It's a little confusing crossing the border this time, but I'm sure there are other ways around it, and it's worth it if you want to go to Jordan. So please stay tuned if you're interested in seeing what we did in Jordan.